guys, Steph here. Okay, first of all, thank you very much to everyone that sent messages and their kind words in my previous video. Yes, it definitely encouraged me to get on and do a pen review. So without further ado, let's get on and do it. Now, for you regular viewers, you know that I make a lot of pen haul videos. I've still got quite a few pens from lots of pen hauls in the past, and some of you remember this particular pen here. There you go, lovely pen, little bit on the discoloured side, but it just needs some, well, TLC, and it needs a little bit of working on. And here it is now. What we've done, we've fully serviced it, everything's been cleaned internally, we've put a brand new cup washer inside, we've put brand new cork washers to the back here, everything internally has been cleaned, and fingers crossed it's in full working order. Now this one is the Onoto patent self-filling pen. The model is the number 2000, or some people will know it as the O model. In early 1900s, Onoto actually, they did a series of pens, the 1000 series, the 2000 series and the 3000 series. I think the 3000 also people will know it as the N series, and as I say, this is the 2000, the O model if you like. They also call this one the military sized Onoto pen, because it's actually shorter than the other series that I've just mentioned. When I say shorter, the size of it, capped from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, around about 129mm capped. Around the barrel, it's a nice 11mm in diameter. As we'll show you in a moment, it's what we term as a plunger filler. So we'll show you that in a moment. It's got a barrel imprint which is legible, but a little bit on the worn side, so let's bring it a little bit closer and just turn it slightly. It has Onoto, and then on the second line, patent self-filling pen, and on the third line, Rue London. As well as that, if I look on the cap here, you can see it's got some sort of an imprint there as well, which actually reads Pate or Pat, December 29, 1903. Now, although it says 1903, I'm actually dating this pen around about the 1920s, because you know, they may have brought the patent out earlier for this particular filling system, but I'm dating the pen around about the 1920s. Now, as I say, it's a plunger filler, which we'll show you in a moment. It's got what we term as a slip cap, which is nice and, well, sits on it very nicely. So let's show you the pen in numerous different angles. As I say, it's been fully serviced, fully cleaned. You can see we've actually sort of darkened it slightly as well. It's not as discoloured as it was, and hopefully, as I say, it's in working order and ready to find a new home. So let's take you up to the section. You can see the very recognisable section for this particular pen. Also, while we're on it, you can see there these particular sections have this little flat section just to the back there. I believe that's sort of when you take the cap off, when you take the cap off, it breaks the vacuum and prevents any ink leaking from the pen. If anybody knows any different, please let us know. As I say, it's a plunger filler, which means we simply undo the plunger knob like so. We dip the nib and the section in the ink, and we press down in one quick movement, and then what we do, we screw it back on. In fact, what we'll actually do, because I've looked at the nib, actually what we've not done is shown you the nib. Let's show you the nib, because I believe it's actually got a stub nib, but you can see the imprint on the pen there. It reads Rue Onoto London, and then to the very bottom you may just see the top of it, it has the number 3. So it's the number 3 nib. There's the feed underneath, quite just a plain standard feed for this particular pen, but all in all a lovely pen, or a lovely nib as well. And as I say, I believe, just looking at it before I did the video, I think it's actually got a stub nib, so it'll be interesting to see how it writes. As we said, what we do, we pull out the plunger, immerse the nib into the ink, press down, and we hear this sort of satisfying sort of popping noise and a little bit of gurgling. Let's give it a wipe. Then what we do then is simply screw the plunger all the way home, move the ink, and then because this particular pen has the shut-off valve inside, what we need to do is just simply give it a turn backwards or anti-clockwise. And at this point, let's see how the pen writes. So what we have is an Onoto, patent, self-filling pen. As we said, we're dating it from the 1920s. And it's writing very nicely indeed. As you can see there, it's writing with, on the downward stroke, with a broad line. On the cross stroke, we're getting quite a fine line. So if we do some figure of eights, look at that. But it's actually writing very nicely. It's got quite a wet nib as well. It's writing absolutely lovely and smooth, with a lot of sort of variation. As you can see, I would say it's actually a broad nib, and again maybe even a stub nib, but writing absolutely lovely. Now what we'll do at this point, we'll just simply pull the plunger out and then press down, and just simply empty the ink into the ink bottle like so. And as before, I've shown you this before, so what we'll do, let's bring on some water, and again just show you how it works. So we simply pull out the plunger, dip the pen in the ink or water, press down in one swift movement, and there you could see lots of bubbling. Leave it in for a few seconds, and then what you would do is screw the plunger knob back and carry on writing, but we're just showing you the pen actually how it fills. Let's pull up the plunger again and push it down in one quick movement, and there you can see all the ink. So pull out the plunger again, immerse the nib, and once again we can see all the bubbling going on. So if we pull the plunger out once more, press it down once more, There you go. So you can see that's how the pen fills and empties as well. So let's screw the plunger back on. What I'll do, I'll do that a couple of more times after the video. We'll clean it out, but as I say, ready for a new home. Somebody will enjoy the pen for many years to come. And the beautiful thing about it, for a pen that's, well, literally 100 years old, somebody's going to get many years of writing pleasure from this pen. It's absolutely lovely, and again, as you saw, a gorgeous smooth writer with a lot of variation. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget people, just down below there, press that bell button so that, well, we know that you like the video. But for now, I'll just simply say bye bye for now, as well as Slavo Ukraini.